What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. Hope everybody's doing well out there on this Saturday evening. I'm doing well myself. I hope everybody's had a nice, relaxing Shabbat. It's pretty relaxing to me, just what we needed, okay? Well, this story right here is a sad story. Just came through my news feed right here. And what it is Atatiana Jefferson's father has reportedly died. You understand? It was, to me, based off a domino effect. Apparently, I believe, this man died from a broken heart. From the way his daughter, was murdered by that low-life ass Fort Worth police officer, back in October. You understand? Tatiana Jefferson that was in her own home on a Saturday night like this, minding her own business, playing video games with her nephew, and when this low life piece of shit cop that was supposed to be performing a wellness check came through there, and prowling through her yard, which in turn made her get up because to get her own weapon to protect her and her nephew because she don't know who these people are or who it is prowling through her yard. And this low life seen her in her window in her house, with the gun, and murdered her, shot her without asking questions when he just could have went up to the house and knocked on the door and just said why he was there. And so this, I believe, hurt Mr. Marquis Jefferson so bad, you know what I'm saying? It hurt him to his heart, apparently. It had to, and it caused a domino effect. And I just want to say this right here. When that press conference, when her family on her mother's side, was when they did the press conference with the lawyer and everything, and when her wicked ass auntie got up and lied and said some shit that didn't even matter at the time, didn't even matter whatsoever, talking about that man wasn't, a Tatiana Jefferson's father. And when I could look and see for myself, I could see, the features was uncanny. So much to the point, there's no denying that man, to me, was a Tatiana Jefferson's father. You understand? And like I said, at that time, rather he was or whether he was not, it had nothing to do. She didn't even have to bring that shit up. She ought to be a fucking ashamed of herself. She should be ashamed of herself. But I'm gonna say this: niggas don't have shame. That's the fucking problem. They'll do anything at any point. You understand? And in a time where you shouldn't even thinking about bringing certain matters up, they'll do it. They'll do it. You see what I mean? And that's what she did. But enough said on that. You understand? But yeah, this man right here, he passed away. It's a domino effect. I've seen people die of a broken heart before whenever something may happen to a loved one, that was very dear to them. It almost happened to me when my father passed. Same thing. I mean, it was just like something was took from me. Something became missing from me. A part of me was gone. You know what I mean? And what have you. And if the Most High having to send, my wife along, at the time to nurse me back up, I probably would have died myself. I know that feeling. I understand that feeling, And he died. My father died of what they call natural causes. It wasn't any kind of tragic thing, but it still hurt, So I understand very well what that man was going through. But to get into the story, it says a heartbreaking news to report. The father of Atatiana Jefferson, the 28-year-old who was shot and killed by a Fort Worth police officer on October 12th, has reportedly passed away. According to Dallas News, Marquis Jefferson died sometime Saturday night at Methodist Charlton Medical Center family. What's that? Family spokesman Bruce Carter said. Okay. The news has also hit social media, right? It's so ugly, man. You have to wonder, had that officer never murdered his daughter, would he still be alive today? Somehow I believe so. But it says right here, Aaron Jones, right here, Breaking source: the father of Atatiana Jefferson has passed. Just a month ago, I sat down. Well, I sat down him. Yeah, that's what it says. It ain't me reading. It's him saying it. I sat down him. He was heartbroken over his daughter's death, saying she had much going for her, and something good has to come of this, you know. And it says down here, it's senseless. Atatiana Jefferson's father on the shooting, you know, senseless. That's how Atatiana Jefferson's father described her death. It was senseless. It was tragic, and it wasn't right, you know. But to continue, it says, shortly after his daughter was killed, Marquis Jefferson told CBS, his mother called me yesterday morning. She say Tay was shot. I meant it's senseless. My daughter was 28. My daughter was 28 years old. Had her whole life in front of her. He said he has no anger toward the neighbor who called a non-emergency line for a welfare check when he saw her door open. I have nothing against the neighbor. If you see something going on at my house with my daughter, you need to call police. But it's the way the police acted, and that's the truth. That's the whole entire thing right there. Like what he said, he hit the nail on the head when he said that, you know. But Marquis Jefferson continued. You have to know that was somebody's daughter. Somebody loved her, and there was a better way. It didn't have to be like that. He also added, unlike Botham Jean, I don't want no hug. That's my one and only daughter. I'll never forget that. Jefferson's father was referencing hugs at Amber Geiger's murder trial, who was found convicted of murder, Botham Jean, in his own home on September 6, 2018. Yeah, it says there's ways to hit. Man, some of these people, the way they write things, have you sounding like you can't read, you know. And this goes on to say right here, I guess, the interview where he was giving about his daughter being senseless, which I just read up here, you know. Yeah. This is awful, man. This is awful. Body cam footage showed that Jefferson was shot within 4 seconds of the officer arriving. Lee Merritt, who is representing the Jefferson family, started a GoFundMe page to help pay for the 28-year-old's funeral and related costs, according to her Facebook and LinkedIn pages. She worked at and attended the historical Black College, Xavier University of Louisiana. Our condolences go out to the Jefferson family. My condolences go out to, you know, their family as well, especially his side of the family. You know what I'm talking about, and her side too. Not that auntie though, not her ass. You know, that was some foul ass shit she got up and did. You know, that man right there was crushed when that happened to his daughter, and rightfully so. And then too, you know, getting back on that situation about them raising money to GoFundMe page for her funeral. This man said no. He put a stop to that shit. This man said, I pay for my own daughter's funeral. I don't need y'all to come and do this right here. But see, seemed like to me somebody in that so-called family was just looking for money. They was looking at money. You know what I mean? They were trying to capitalize on this young lady's her death. That's basically what it boils down to. Okay. Oh man, this was a domino effect. That's just what happened. You know, I really hate to hear this, and like I said, my condolences to his, you know, immediate family. And I don't know what else to say. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm interested in hearing y'all thoughts and views on it. And please remember to live your life as though we are being watched, simply because we are. And I'm going to tell y'all this. If a lot of these people that do a lot of these evil, wicked ass things, you understand, that they're doing. If you can only see the things I'm talking about, you understand, that's really watching you, you'll think twice before doing these things in front of them. Trust me. Because they're just sitting back just watching. And sometimes the Most High have them intervene. Sometimes, however way he have them intervene, they intervene where he stops stuff. Who knows? But I'm telling you this. They know the day is going to come when they make you pay for it. They're the ones that's in the Father's book called the Reapers, a.k.a. angels. Some of them supposed to be good angels, some evil angels, basically. But I'm just telling you, if you could just see these things, you'll understand more what I'm talking about. You'll watch how you walk. It's important that you watch how you walk. Trust me. Trust and believe when I tell you. If you figure, you don't want to see these things or whatever, you know what I'm talking about, or what have you, you don't want to get your own camera to see for yourself, just watch the videos that I made about them. They're in my catalog. You understand? What's that? The first one I made was to the black sector of YouTube. We are being watched. And this is the reason why I say, you know what I mean? We're being watched. I mean, they're there. You'll see them if you look. All you got to do is scroll through them. They are something else. They are truly out of this world. They are what you call very, very frightening looking creatures. You understand what I mean? So that's pretty much all I got to say for this one right here. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.